What we painting? Oh, I know what paint.
Hello. We are live on Jen's Den Art, and we are live in Jen's Art Tribe tonight. Say hello when you get here. This is Jen with Jen's Den Art. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. And this is my husband, Michael, back here. Say hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Let me check on me and see if everybody can see me and hear me.
Hello, Lynn and Elizabeth.
Hello. Yes, we are here. Hello, everyone. Hey. Okay, so I am streaming to a couple of different places tonight. So some of you may be watching from Jen's Den Art page. Some of you may be watching from Jen's Den Art Tribe, because this tonight is actually, I'm giving you all a little sneak peek into our tribe. So this is actually normally a tribe painting, okay? And this is how we run our weekly tribe paintings. We paint 2 days in a row. We usually paint on Monday nights and Tuesday afternoons at noon. So usually it's Monday night at 7 p.m. Central and Tuesday afternoon at noon. And we take 2 painting sessions to complete 1 painting. Sometimes we do 2 separate little paintings, but most of the time we do 1 painting. And each session lasts about an hour. And so I take my time with you. I explain everything in detail. And I'm going to show you right now what we're going to be painting tonight, which happens to be what was voted on by my tribe sisters and misters. I have a couple of male painters in there as well. What we are painting for August. They vote and they decide what we paint, and then I come up with the design and the painting. So I'm going to show you. Let me come down here real quick and let's see if I can get my layout right. Yeah, that was right. Okay. So this is my layout that I have here, and I'd like to say hello to all the tribe sisters tonight. Tell us hi. Michael, give them all a shout out for me.
Cheryl, Pat, Karen, Kathy, Mary Ann, Monica, Elizabeth, Becky, Margaret. I don't know if all of them are tribe members. I'm just calling their name out. Lynn Allison, I know she's a tribe member. She helps us out.
Yeah, you're in the tribe membership group.
Oh, yes. Barbara.
Yeah.
Yes. Barbara's from Waco. Patsy and Kathy.
Oh, really?
Hey, Kathy Dickerson.
Hello, everyone.
Waco, Texas.
All right, so I'm just giving y'all, hello, Tasha. I'm just giving y'all a little sneak peek tonight into what we do on the tribe side.
Tasha.
And this is, I'm on the
I don't know, was it
side.
our Tasha from Montana?
I don't know. You put me on the spot because I don't know who our Tasha from Montana is.
She watched our animals
All right.
in our house.
So, Sims. Was it Sims?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to start on this painting, okay? Tribe members, y'all wanted to paint a schoolhouse. I was not in the mood to be very, I didn't want it to be a perfect building. You know, I wanted to do that loose type of painting that I like to do. So I want to ask y'all something, because I painted this just a few hours ago in here. I was playing around. I don't have a reference photo. A lot of times I paint by reference photos, but I didn't have a reference photo. Okay. I just kind of made this up as I went. And so that's why I think it's so messy, because I had nothing to go by. And I actually like that a lot better. I posted this painting to my Instagram and my Facebook page, and it blew up. And I want to know why. Like, why did you like it? For those of y'all who liked it and commented on it, what is it? Like, I got a lot of comments, and I'm saying like 300 comments and 300 likes and loves in like less than an hour. What? And y'all wrote, love it, love it, love it. It's beautiful, blah, blah. But what about it made you like it so much? Like, what exactly? Because when I looked at it at first, I was like, okay, this is probably not going to get any, likes or anything. But it blew up. So, okay. So Mary Ann says whimsy and nostalgic feel. Okay, Michael, tell me what they're saying on your end.
Yes, sorry, my phone went off.
So what are they saying on your end?
They're saying it's inviting. It's just country schoolhouse. And like you said, it is rough, but it is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Those were comments by Ellen and Michael and Kathy. Ellen says because it's not so perfect.
Nostalgic, that's right. Okay.
Kathy says you want to be there when you look at this.
Yes, that is true too. Okay, but I paint a lot of these paintings like this on things like you want to be there, but I don't know what it is about this one that made it so like y'all liked it so much.
Jen,
so I just wanted to know.
3 comments in a row. It's old time schoolhouse. It's an old time feel.
Yes.
And that's nice.
Yes. And it is back to school time right now. So I'm sure that might have something to do with it too, because I'm guessing that's why the tribe members wanted to paint something that had to do with a schoolhouse. So I thought it was super cool. All right, so we're going to start on a blank canvas. I am painting on an 11 by 14. If you are a tribe sister, and this is for the public that's out there watching, I just want to let you know, if you're a tribe sister, you get the painting, you get a reference photo of the painting. If we use a reference photo, you get the reference photo as well. And you get a template that matches the size that I'm painting on. But if you request an additional size template, my wonderful VA, Miss Cindy, will help you out, and she will send you another template. And so you have all of that kind of stuff when you get in the tribe. You also get a paint color list, and you get a materials list on everything that we do. Now, most of the time, the paint color list and the materials list is not listed until after the live is done, because as I'm painting, sometimes I'll say, oh, I need a little bit more turquoise, and maybe I didn't think I was going to use turquoise, so the final paint color list is after the live is over, because sometimes I add colors that I didn't think I was going to use. Okay, so
Jen, one more
that all
comment.
makes sense. Yeah.
From Kathy Dickerson. The painting is inviting, and it feels like it's telling a story.
Doesn't it? I love
It gives me chills.
the tire. I love the little tire. I didn't know if it was the style of the painting or what was on the painting that made y'all like it so much. So I guess that's what I was asking. Because this painting is a lot looser than what I had been doing. So I didn't know if it was the looseness or the actual...
People want to be there, Jen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm reading.
I gotcha. Okay,
Wow.
Well, that makes sense. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I don't put all of my paints out on my palette at the same time because they dry out. We're using acrylics, so I usually put just a little bit at a time. And so right now, I put some phthalo blue, some white, and some black. And I have a large, this is an angle brush, but it doesn't have to be an angle brush. It could be a flat brush, just anything kind of big to give you some room to have fun and play around. So I'm going to take some of this blue paint and this white paint, and I'm going to start making a nice gobby mess here.
A what kind of mess, baby?
A gobby mess.
Gobby
I don't
mess.
even know what gobby is, but it sounded good, didn't it?
It does.
I love it.
Very gobby looking.
So y'all, if you're not a tribe sister, you have an opportunity to come and join us starting August 9th, or if you want to get a little bit more of a taste of what we're about, we have a pop-up paint party that starts next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. But I have an early bird special running right now where it's $10 to get in the pop-up paint party. Oh, and what are we painting? We're painting the Rainy Summer Nights sunflower painting. See all the cool raindrops that you're going to learn how to make in this one? So we're going to paint this one in our pop-up paint party. It is, it's going to be so much fun. There's going to be prizes given. And so the pop-up paint party is basically a way for non-members to come on in and paint with us and see what we're all about for a small fee, rather than paying the $29 a month or the $300 a year fee, which is a one-time situation. It used to be $35. And now it is $29. I've gone down because of the gas prices and the price. I mean, just the economy has just been crazy. So I decided to give y'all a little break if you wanted to join. So for this launch, you have an opportunity to join at a lower rate. Okay, so I'm just playing right now. When I say I'm playing, I'm just basically just taking my paintbrush and kind of making a bunch of X's like this. I'm taking some white, and I'm not stingy with the paint at all. I use a lot of water or medium to help my paint move. Otherwise, my paint would just be sticky and like really dry on the canvas. So I use water and I use medium, and I just help my paint move really easy. Have a lot of paint on there, and I'm just kind of making a really pretty sky. Now a lot of this is going to be covered up, but that's okay. So Tribe Sisters, tell us hello today. Tell us what's going on. Michael's going to keep us up to date on what's going on the Tribe Sister side because they watching in the Tribe Facebook group. And
That's right.
Normally we start talking about what y'all cooking for supper.
And we ate before we got on here, so y'all can throw your best at us. We're not going to bite on.
Y'all want to know? Y'all guess what we ate tonight?
It was delicious.
Okay, I'm just having fun adding some really loose clouds. A lot of this is probably going to be covered up, but you just never know. So just have fun and enjoy the process. This is just an old paper towel. I'm going to squeeze a lot of that paint out of the paper towel because I have a lot of paint on here. And I like to keep it messy. Did I have grits again? Bonnie said. No, we didn't. We didn't have grits tonight, Bonnie.
Mary Ann had Popeye's spicy chicken.
Ooh, Popeyes.
Corned beef and cabbage. I love corned beef and cabbage. Jim, what size is that paint, that canvas?
This is an 11 by 14, y'all.
Donna was asking.
Christy, I know moving is a pain in the butt, girl. How is it going? Did y'all get everything moved yet? Christy is in the process of moving right now.
Oh my.
We still haven't. We have one room, one of the bedrooms that's basically like we just put everything extra that we didn't feel like unpacking, that we didn't need right now. And so I made a plan. I said, okay, one box a day, and then hopefully by the end of August, I will actually be done with the boxes. I don't know. I've kind of skipped a few days. That one box a day is not happening. Okay, so that's my first layer. You still not done, Christy? I know, it's going to take forever. Okay, I'm also going to, I'm going to decide, I'm going to grab this black. I use black and white a lot just to draw. Okay, I'm going to decide where my horizon is going to go. My horizon is going to be about right here. Okay, now it's not exactly in the center. It's a little bit lower than the center. Okay, and I'm gonna start grabbing some greens. So the greens I chose to use in this one are Hooker's Green. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of Hooker's Green.
Oh, wow. When you're ready, I'll tell you what Lynn had for dinner.
What'd you have for dinner, Lynn?
Homemade mac and cheese, collard greens, fried patty pan squash, hamburger patties, and cornbread with sliced tomatoes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, and she's invited us to come over.
Oh, are we invited over? We'll be there. We'll be there in a few days. Okay, so I'm not sure why I grabbed this color. Just hang on. Like a lime green. Let me see.
Not a Hooker's green?
Yeah, I have Hooker's Green, which is like a dark green. Y'all see this? It's like a dark green. And then I'm going to go with a vivid lime green. And I don't even know why I picked up that yellow. Maybe God said, hey, you're going to add some of this yellows in this painting because it's gonna do something really nice to your painting.
Right on.
So I don't know. What did I do with my paintbrush? I lost my paintbrush now. If you happen to see it, let me know. Oh, if it would have been a snake, it would have bit me. Okay, so let's grab some of these greens. Can y'all see me mixing these greens up right here? I'm using the same paintbrush, and I'm just gonna kind of see how like if you don't put a lot of paint on your brush, you see how it does? That's not fun. That's like not fun at all when you try to paint, and this is what your paintbrush does. It's just not enjoyable. So you dip your paintbrush in the water, you get a little bit of water on your paintbrush, and you soak your paintbrush in the paint, okay? And you get a lot more bang for your buck when you do that. All right, so I'm just coming here and I'm just kind of mixing all of this. Now this is all the background. You know how the background is, y'all. It takes us a while to get through the background. It's the boring part of the painting, but it's a very important part of the painting. So we're just getting all these colors on here. I'm not being perfect. I want it to be messy. I want it to be, you know, all those fun things. Look, I picked up some of that yellow. You see it? I like it. It looks good. So it's Indian yellow hue. And I'm like, oh, maybe we got something going on here. Look at that. It's making like a brown, brownish. Every once in a while I call it poo-poo yellow. But it looks good. It looks good in the painting. I have a glass top here, so I can easily clean my top when I paint. It's really, really nice. I love it. Okay. So I don't want to have like a perfect line between the blue and the green. I want to kind of mesh them together so that it looks like it's kind of like let me show you. You can see very little of it, but I want it to look like it's just like a kind of meshed in together back there. I do not want a straight line. Oops. I do not want a straight line where it's not, where I don't have some fun back there. I want to have some fun. All right. I want messy strokes. I don't want everything to be in a straight line. I want to get all of those messy strokes in there. I like it to be messy. I will tell you this, for those of y'all who struggle with that, drink you a glass of wine. No, I'm just kidding. give yourself some grace. Like, I will tell you what happened to me today. I started painting and I was way too tight in my painting. I was being perfect. I was trying to follow the lines. I was trying to make the, like everything perfect. And I was like, I can't do this. I'm not in the mood to paint like that today. It's making me anxious. And I don't want to feel like that. That's not what painting is about. You want to paint to release your stress and let your creativity come out. And so I was like, okay, put the paintbrush down and grab something else to paint with. Grab a paper towel, okay? Just something that's like really, really loose. And then so I took the paper towel and I just wet the end of it, and I love doing this.
Question, Jen. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I thought you were pausing.
No,
Okay.
give me 1 second.
No pausing.
And I took my paper towel and I just started doing this. And I was like, okay, that feels so much better. Like, this is happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. This is happiness. I don't know if it's going to come out good or not, but I'm going to try it because it feels good.
Right.
Okay? So look, actually, I like it better already. Okay, Michael, what you got?
Elizabeth doesn't have Indian yellow hue. What should she use? And Curry said maybe yellow ochre.
Yes, I would do yellow ochre would probably be your best bet. And like Elizabeth, I used very, very little Indian yellow hue. Like, I'm telling you, if you don't have it, it's not going to hurt the painting at all. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm now going to take some burnt umber. I love that background now. Look at it. So you don't have to use a paintbrush, because sometimes a paintbrush stops you from, doing what you want to do. Now let me show you what else I've grabbed. I know this has nothing to do with painting, but years ago I had a Cricut machine. I actually sold it because I didn't like the perfectness of a Cricut machine. You know how it gives you like stencils and then you paint and then you pull the stencils off? That's too perfect for me. I like the messiness, and so stencils just are not my thing. I learned that the hard way after buying a Cricut. Anyway, I have this, and I was like, I'm going to use it. And so I'm going to show y'all, because I'm going to use this in this painting tonight. And y'all are going to be like, what? What? Okay. So, hello, Miss Terry. Hi, Lisa. All right. So that's the first part. Now, let's see what we're going to do. We are going to grab some, I'm going to change my paintbrush. No, I'm going to grab this one. I love long handles because it keeps you moving. It keeps you flowing. You're not like, stranded in this little bitty area right here to paint. You have a lot of flow. So I'm going to grab some burnt umber, which is a really, really dark brown. And I'm going to grab some of that yellow hue, that Indian yellow hue. And I'm going to do like I did earlier today. I'm going to decide where my trees are going to go. And I'm going to have a tree here. And I'm taking you back into my painting process from earlier today. And so I'm talking you through my thought process through this. So I decided that I want a big tree with a swing on it, because this is a schoolyard, right? So I have to have a swing with a tree with a swing on it. So I just started doing this, and I started making my tree. And look, I don't care that the branches are like all over the place. That's the fun of making the tree. And I don't know what the tree is going to look like. So this is how I paint loose.
Judy said, I'd love to hear your thought processes.
Mm-hmm.
Judy, I've been trying to figure out her thought processes for years. I think I hear some crickets. Thought you sold that machine.
Michael tells me that all the time. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm like, well, just come watch me paint. You know exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, so the trees don't look that great, but that's because I have some more ideas for my trees. This is just the beginning. And I want this one to look like it's really far back. So I'm going to make sure that the base of the tree only goes so far down the canvas. Okay, so that my perspective is right. And then this tree, I want it to be really, really far up because I want this to be where my swing is going to go. My little, what is it called again?
What?
Michael's not listening. Michael, you have to finish my sentences for me.
I was reading comments, Mom.
My little, Daddy, I'm hot.
That personal heater you got, baby.
I know. Yeah, that personal heater kicks in every, like 4 times a day. Okay, so don't fret this. It's gonna look better, but that's all I have right now. And what I started doing after I looked at this and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like a kindergarten painting, which it does. It looks like a kindergarten painting right now. That's because we still have a lot of work to do. And now I'm going to take a palette knife. Y'all see this palette knife? I'm going to take a palette knife and I'm going to take some black paint on the edge of the palette knife. And I'm just going to dab and make some more fun on my trees. Wait, what did Cindy say? Maybe I'm wrong, what? Or maybe I'm wrong that she... Hey, Patricia! I don't know what Cindy was saying. Okay, look at this. See when I scratch? The paint is still wet, so the scratching kind of makes it almost like I'm doing some mixed media stuff. Okay. This one's a super loose one, y'all, so you have to be able to allow yourself some time to get in that mode to get here, okay? Now, if you're in the tribe, you have a template for the house.
And they always get a template, right?
You
Yeah.
always get a template if it's something that requires some drawing. But I also show my tribe sisters how to draw it if they want to draw it and not use the template. So the way that I do this is I draw with a paintbrush on the canvas. Okay, so I'm going to take just a paintbrush with a small tip and I'm going to put some black and white and make like a gray, like almost like an ink consistency with some water. All right, and so the bottom of my schoolhouse is going to go about right here. And then I'm going to start with my sides. I'm going to have one side about right there. Let's see if I've got this right. Okay, so my 2 sides at the front of the schoolhouse are going to be there. And then I need to make sure I have enough room for my school bell up here. Yes, I have plenty of room. So perfect. All right. So I've got this big school bell area. It almost looks like a church, but it's not. It's a school bell area. And then I'm gonna come down with the roof, just a teeny bit slanted. And then whatever the angle is for this side of the roof, I'm gonna have the same angle, like this angle needs to be the same back here as well. So this and this have to have the same angle right there. All right. These three sides have to be straight up and down. All right. And then whatever angle I used up here, I have to use the same angle right here. So these two angles, or these two lines, have to be parallel as well.
Wow.
All right, very, very loose. I'm gonna have a door. That's gonna be very loose right here. I'm gonna have windows. Okay, so windows are gonna have the same line. You're gonna have to be in linear consistency at the top of the window. But the closer the window is to you, the larger the window is. And the further back the window is away from you, the smaller the window is. So we're gonna have a large, medium, and a small window. Okay, and then the bottom of the windows are just gonna be straight across like this.
Hey, Deb Cashel.
Hello, Miss Deb. Now, I noticed that I didn't put another little schoolhouse, like little front porch. I think I might add it on this one. What do y'all think? You know how you do like a little extra front porch? Or would that make it look like a church? What do y'all think? Or should I just do the one I had here? You know, sometimes when you start painting something a second time, you start wanting to do different things to it. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love that one, the first one.
Yeah, maybe I'll just keep it like it is. Because
Unbelievable.
I don't want it to look like a church. If I do that, I'm afraid I start making it look like a church. And I really want it to be specific to a schoolhouse. So
No porch, Jenny
no
says.
porch. Okay.
I was kind of leaning that way too, Jenny.
Yeah, thank y'all. Love it. I usually go with the first comments that I get when I ask a question so that I can keep moving forward.
Yep,
You know?
no porch. No
Okay,
porch.
okay, good. I made a mistake right here, so I'm trying to fix it, as y'all can see. So I'm just gonna come back with some blue. I put some brown in there, and I don't want that brown.
Yeah, no porch.
So I'm just going back. And the great thing about acrylics is you can just cover over it. Let it dry and cover over it. Okay. So there's our church. I mean, not a church. It's a schoolhouse. All right? Okay. Let's do the red. Okay, so the reds we're gonna do, you decide what color red you want for your schoolhouse. I am going to grab, I thought I had pulled it down already.
Is it right there?
I have so many.
Right here.
That's
Red ochre?
red. Okay, so I'm gonna mix these two together. Cadmium red and red ochre. The red ochre is kind of like a burnt sienna. And I'm gonna mix those two together to make kind of like a brick red. Okay, let me show you what I got. I don't think y'all can see that from where I was. Can they see this here?
It takes a while for me to catch on.
So I'm gonna just take a small brush for the beginning of this, and I'm mixing that red ochre and that red together, that cad red.
Jim, while you're mixing that together, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So Tracy Martin, and this is for everyone's benefit because we've got 44 of the Tribe Sisters on, and then a number of people from Facebook Live and StreamYard and whatnot. Do the Tribe Sisters need to sign up somewhere for the pop-up paint party?
There is no signing up. You just have to join the Facebook group.
Okay. So as a member of the tribe, they get the pop-up paint party for free.
Yes.
Right on.
Tribe and mini tribe gets the pop-up paint party for free this time. Normally the mini tribe is 50% off of the pop-up paint party, but I gave it to them for free because that's going to be their August tribe painting. And yeah, y'all mini tribers, y'all have some bonuses coming up soon too. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention to what I just did. I made everything that I painted horizontal, okay, because I'm going to take my palette knife and I'm going to go back in and I want to add more texture. And I want to give it a little bit of a scrapiness. And watch what I'm gonna do. We're gonna sign off tonight in just a little bit, and we're gonna finish this tomorrow in the tribe. But for the next maybe 10 minutes, I'm gonna finish up a couple of things with y'all, and Michael's gonna help me talk about what we have coming.
Right on. Mary Ann says, I love it when you explain angles and proportions. I remember when you were teaching us how to paint our coffee mug on the table, and you said, Mary Ann, I'm not picking on you, but your coffee mug is about to fall off the table.
Okay. So that, my friends, I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm mixing up some black in the red. And I'm making an even darker red. It's super, super dark. Now what's gonna happen with this red, y'all, there's something about red, it just happens. When it dries a lot darker than what you wanted it to dry. So if your red ends up not being as red as you want it to be, add some orange to your red and go back and make it brighter. Add some orange or some yellow and go back and make it brighter. All right, and then my roof is gonna be kind of like a rustido roof. So I'm using black and brown. And I'm going with the palette knife now because I'm ready to start having some fun in all of these colors. And there's one other thing I want to show y'all before I get off. We're not nearly done with this. Y'all know that. Y'all know it's going to take us a couple of hours to get where we need to go.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to go back to just a regular flat brush here that's really used. And I'm going to grab some greens. Going back into my greens. Look at my hands. And the red. What's the red and the green color going to make? Do y'all know if I put red and green together?
Red and green make blue.
No, red and green
Make yellow.
does not make blue.
Yellow.
Red and green.
Yellow. Red and green make pink.
My husband is colorblind, so he has no idea
Brown.
about anything but brown and gray.
Brown. Those are my favorite colors. Brown and gray.
Okay, so this is the part I wanted to show y'all. That's going to be super fun when we do this tomorrow. But I'm just going to give the non-drivers a little sneak peek of what we're doing. So y'all see how I'm making a total complete gobber mess here?
Gobber mess?
It's a Jen's Den word. It means what it is. It's a gobber mess. Okay? We have our own vocabulary in our painting tutorials. Swash and swoosh. And help me out, ladies. What's our other terms we use? Okay, so this is a complete mess. But here, I'm going to show you something that I'm going to do. I'm gonna take this. You can use like an old credit card or something like that. It doesn't have to be this. And I'm gonna mush some of this around. You see how it's kind of picking it up? And it's taking off some of that color. And it's allowing it, look at that. It's allowing it to come through. And like you can actually see some of those colors. And you see this extra paint that I have on here? I'm not gonna waste that, girl. It's gonna come down here and it's gonna become a part of my painting tomorrow when I start working on finishing this up. Okay? And then we're not done with this. We're gonna come back and we're gonna add more layers. But isn't that fun? I'm gonna come over here and add some as well. See how?
I have no idea what you're doing. None.
You're not supposed to know.
None.
So red and green make kind of like this
Brown.
This brownish, but it's a beautiful color. It's like it. First of all, instead of going grab a brown that is a totally different color off of the shelf, and I have the extra red and green on my paint palette, and I know that I want something kind of on the brown side, why not just use the extra paint on my paint palette and make that brown that already has the same hues that's already in the painting. I already have that green color in the painting. I already have the red color in the painting. And so it's gonna make the painting just feel even warmer because, or cooler, or whatever you want to call it, but it's just gonna make your eyes feel better when you look at the painting.
Wow.
So I want you to notice something. Right now, we're on day 1. And this is what we're gonna end up with when we're done, okay? We're gonna be using the palette knife. We're gonna be bringing in some blues and the cute little yellow flowers. We are going to make we're gonna do a little better job with our schoolhouse bell. I didn't really do a very good job on it. We're gonna work on that a little bit more. We have probably 4 or 5 more layers on our trees before we're done. And then this is gonna be so super fun. So get ready for tomorrow, my child sisters. We are gonna finish this up. We're gonna let it dry tonight, and we're gonna come back and take it to a whole nother level tomorrow. So for all of y'all that are here, remember tonight is the last night to get in on our Rainy Summer Nights pop-up paint party. We're going to be painting for 3 nights live, starting August 7th, 8th, and 9th at 3 p.m. Central every day. If you can't make the lives, it's okay. You have lifetime access to all of the videos. As long as you stay in that private Facebook group, you can go in that private Facebook group forever. The templates are there. The paint color list is there. The videos are there. The other friends that are painting this, I think there's over 250 of us so far. They're all in there already. They're waiting to get started. They're getting their supplies together. They're asking questions. We're doing some little, some little pop-up bonuses in there as well. So come on in and join us. Tonight is the last night that it's going to be $10. The rest of the week, for the next week, it's going to be $15 to get in, okay? And then the tribe is going to open to the pop-up paint party participants first, and then they get some little bonuses in there, and then it's going to open to the public on August 9th to everyone else that's not in the pop-up paint party. So I only take so many members every time I launch, just to let you know. We are also running a flash sale of $29 a month, $300 for the year, which averages to $25 a month if you join when the tribe opens.
Which is a fantastic price, especially if you look around the internet, you look around Facebook, and you see what is being offered, and not that we're in competition because we could care less, because this is a God-driven ministry, business, activity that we're involved in. So
Let me put
just
him on the
look at
screen.
what you got with Jen's Den Art and compare it to everything else, and you'll say, what? How is this possible?
Can y'all see him? There he is.
Here I am. I'll scoot over.
So, does anyone have any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Cindy has been putting the link in there. Thank you, Cindy, for doing that. And
I was going to do it,
Michael?
Cindy, but I'm glad she did.
Michael has some final words for us that he would like to share as well.
Oh, okay. Not that I'm on the spot. No, on a serious note, guys, summer is coming to an end. Believe it or not, we're in August 1st. It's coming to an end, so we've got some exciting times happening in Jen's Den Art. We're going to start transitioning to more fall-inspired paintings, and with that comes a renewal of energy and life because of cooler weather. And so I want you guys to really be active in Jen's Den Art Tribe, those of you who are members, and support each other, because that's what this is about. You know, if one person showed up to paint, that's okay. But if we can get a lot of people to pray for one another and to be positive toward their situations and lift them up, that is what this is about. So why don't you join us right now so we can pray for all of you? Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Father God, thank you for this night. Thank you for this opportunity to paint. Thank you for the opportunity to converse with one another and just be in the moment of enjoying this. God, we ask that you watch over us tonight as we lay our heads down. We ask that you guide us throughout tomorrow, God, giving us the encouragement and the strength to be bold in our witness for you. We thank you for the blessings of life. We ask that you watch over our tribe sisters and all of their families. There's a lot of prayer requests, God, and I know you know what they are. And God, we will continue to lift those prayer requests to you, and we know that you shall answer. We love you, we praise you, and we thank you for the blessings of life. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Right on.
All right, guys. Thank you all for being here tonight. Tribe Sisters in the Tribe Live tomorrow at noon to finish all of this up, and we will see you working on our schoolhouse. Love you all. See you tomorrow, Tribe Sisters. Later.
Love you guys. Later.